phase 2. We're going to do the second stroke out of the Moeller method. First stroke was the accent, and what we're going to do is instead of doing two accents in a row, or 2 or 3 or 4 like we've been practicing, we're going to recover from one accent and just apply an open hit. And Moeller method, this is called a tap. So we're going to be doing an accent. It doesn't have to be loud, you don't have to put lots of muscle into it, it's just releasing energy from your arm, putting it into the stick, and then that going into the drum. So from your shoulder, accent, and then there's the tap, so we're going to go. Okay, so that's what we're aiming for. First thing to do is make sure your tap's nice and loose. So practice those. Make sure that they're working and you're relaxed and your posture's okay. And then put an accent in. Now a lot of people will play a Moeller accent and tense up, and then they'll try and force a tap out of that. So they'll do something like this, like that. And they're holding onto the stick. There's tension coming into the arm, and then you end up sort of with this horrible, clunky Moeller hybrid thing, which you could make work, but you'll hurt yourself doing it. So what we want from Moeller is, remember, it's all about relaxing and being able to play for a long time, fast, with precision. So looking for that nice and loose, followed by a single hit. Try not to use your fingers when you're doing your tap. So that's another thing. If you do your accent or your tap and you're used to using your fingers to control the stick, you're going to run into problems pretty soon, because your fingers, those are really small muscles in your hands, so you're going to sprain your tendons in your arm, and you're going to have another, again, you're going down a bad route for clunkiness. So try and keep your hand in one position, it's just a support for the stick. Your fingers will move, because when you move your hand, your fingers move. But you're going to try and just recover from that accent. It's going to try and jump out of your hand, but you're just bringing a bit of weight, a bit of control back in with the balance. So, doing that. Once you can get that as individual twos, with each hand, try and line them up without gaps. Quite hard because we haven't got the third step yet, but worth doing anyway. You can see where people get this idea that you have to do this whipping motion, but you let the stick carry it, your hand back. It's not the other way around. The stick is guiding your hand back, so your hand's following where the stick wants to go, rather than you forcing the stick out of this cycle. Well, the cycle is the important thing. There we go again. Try it with the left hand. The whole time you can be adjusting your grip slightly, just to get it exactly how you want it. Don't worry if you drop the sticks. It's all part of the process of staying relaxed. So you've got the accent and then the tap. So this was the tap video, and then in the next video we'll do the pullback.